Happy Friday, everybody. The Budget Collector coming at you. I've got an interesting video. I'm going to show you a couple of purchases that I made on a budget. I also have one TTM comeback. You can see that came in from Tampa, Florida. So, let's get started. Let's take a look at what I got over here. We'll start with the Tom Brady, you see. Nothing special here, just Tom Brady, base card, Flair Ultra. What I liked about the card is that, the corners were pretty good. It was in great shape. And it's an older one. Already there's an 07. There's a 15-year-old Tom Brady card. I feel like, personally, if you can get anything within the first 10 years of his career, those are kind of old. Those are like foundational cards. Look at Michael Jordan. You can't find a Michael Jordan base card from the 80s for under $20 now. If they're graded, forget it. And even all of his 90s stuff are about $10 a pop. So, all that said, I got this Brady for $2 free shipping. I don't shop on eBay for cards, but, I was looking for a Brady jersey card for my son. That's what he collects. And, this just came up in suggestions, and I saw the price, and I couldn't pass it up. It looked really clean. That's a $10 card right away. In a couple of decades, that'll probably be a $50 card just because it's Brady. So, any of those GOAT players, if you can scoop up their older base cards for a couple of bucks, $3, you should do it. Along the same lines, I scooped up for my son. He was into Steph Curry, and we couldn't afford his rookie card. I scooped up a second-year card of him that was $5, and now that same card is going for $50 because he just won another championship. So when you got those GOAT players, pretty much any of those base cards, the older ones, are going to be great. And Brady doesn't have any base cards. His newer ones aren't old yet. They're probably going to be money as well because he is one of the GOATs. I know y'all saw that at the beginning of the video. Ric Flair, speaking of GOATs, he's one of the GOATs for wrestling. Some people think he is the greatest. He probably is at the top of most lists for the greatest wrestler of all time. He may not have had the impact that, say, Hulk Hogan had because the explosion with the popularity and the merchandising that WWF did in the 80s. But, Ric Flair, he's still doing it, actually. I saw this card, and I was looking, and, most of his, you can get some of his PSA 9 cards from the same set. You can get them for $15, if you're lucky. A lot of them are going for $30 to $50, but what made this card unique is he's got the robe and the championship belt. All of his cards, you want the robe and and if you can have a championship belt, that makes it a plus. This card I haven't found in a PSA 9 that sold for less than $45. I got this for $15. I thought it was a great deal, a no-brainer. The interesting thing about the wrestling cards is they sets it back in the day, they would have multiple cards of guys. And for me personally, anybody that's been a champion, I want the one with the championship belt in the card. To me, that carries a premium value. I think as the market for wrestling cards grows, you're going to find that those cards are going to carry a premium. So, if you're going to get into wrestling cards, you want a Hulk Hogan, a Macho Man, a Ric Flair. So if you can find something that has the belt. Another interesting thing about this, it's not the first card of Ric Flair, but it would be a true rookie, the way they define rookie cards. Because, a lot of people will say, hey, why is the Michael Jordan Flair card his rookie card? He had the star cards. The reason why they always consider the Flair card the rookie card was because you could only get those star cards in team sets. The Flair card for Michael Jordan was actually the first card that you could get out of a pack. And that's the same thing with the Ric Flair. He had a couple of cards before that. One of them is a cutout from a magazine from the 70s, which would be his first card. But these are the first packs that ever came out, the 1991 Impel, where you could pull a Ric Flair card. So get that graded, PSA 9, championship belt, iconic robe. $15 costs more than that to get that darn card graded these days. So, that's how you get some good cards of GOATs on a budget. Now, we'll take a look at our TTM. Comes in from Tampa, St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg, that's, right where the Tampa Bay Devil Rays play. I know they're the Tampa Bay Rays, but they'll always be the Devil Rays to me. I'm hoping it's Wander Franco. I said to him, I'm hoping the time while he was injured, he had time to answer some fan mail. I've sent out rookie cards to guys like Shane McClanahan and a couple other Rays. It could be any of them. Of course, anything that comes in from Florida could be a wrestler or a retired baseball player, because that's where they all are now. All the wrestlers, all the retired players. So, let's see who we got. Slow roll it. Drum roll. All right. That's from the Pacific Legends set. I already see it now. It's a retired baseball player. Let's see who we got. Gary Peters. Now let's see if he signed it. Yes, he did. Ah, beautiful. I know a lot of you are probably watching saying, who the heck is Gary Peters? Gary Peters, not a well-known name, but he was a Rookie of the Year. Anybody that wins a Rookie of the Year or a Cy Young or an MVP, they have their place in baseball history. He was Rookie of the Year. He made the All-Star game a couple of times. He led the league in earn run average a couple of times as well. As you can see, his best season, he had 20 wins. But, he had a fine Major League career, and from my previous videos, you'll know that I bought this set and just trying to get some signed. It's a good way to get cheap cards of old-timers that are good for signing. All these cards are beautiful for signing. And another example, I know we discussed this before, but the older players, their signatures are so beautiful. Some of the new guys, a lot of the new guys, it looks like a scribble. But, anytime I can get any of these old baseball players that had themselves a good career, if I can get them, I'll take them. It's a beautiful autograph. Pretty excited to get that. And again, I got the whole set of these for $8. It's over 200 cards. So, I got a few cents into the card and a couple of stamps. All the cards we're seeing here, between the Flair, possibly the GOAT wrestler. Brady is the GOAT football player. I don't care what anybody says. We got a GOAT card for $2, a GOAT graded card for $15, which would be his rookie card with the championship belt and the iconic robe. And a nice veteran award-winning all-star baseball player with a beautiful signature. I got all these cards here that you're looking at for under $20. That's how the budget collector does it. I hope you enjoyed looking at my cards. Take care.